So I got back got back home and didn't immediately go off and do poetry. Sometimes as soon as I mention something or say I'm going to do something, totally kills it. But what I did do is I thought I would carry on and just make the next video as promised to on a Friday when I have my Friday to myself. So I listened to the videos back and made a few notes of things to pick up on or explain, or just that sparked other things to mention. So with regard to lists, on a day that I have to go out to work rather than work from home and I've got to be somewhere, then I get up and I have a shower and I wash my hair and I get out, and I do not need to put that on a list. However, if I've got to leave the house at 7 a.m, I do tend to get up really early, and I might well have factored in they've got to wash your hair and dry your hair and stuff like that. And today, because I was going to go and do something, I wanted to wash my hair, dry my hair, even though I didn't dry it properly because, as usual, ran out of time, got distracted doing all the other things. But yeah, I am a massive fan of lists. Can be known to have about 20 different lists. Sometimes the old ones will have one little thing left on it that I could just copy into a new list, or sometimes it's on a new list and I still keep the old thing, or it's got a little something I want to remember, or I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, I guess, or not that weird. The other thing I do is I've got this new system for making a planner for creative / personal, spiritual, whatever you want to call it, and that is like this. Oh yeah, I can kind of see that. So it's a second time I've done it like this. It's a piece of paper folded in half, folded in half again, and then folded across. And then folded the opposite way. So then I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections, and they're all my kind of creative or personal projects that are kind of going on at the same time, although some will be more present and some will be more on the back burner. So just to run through, that is like an event I'm putting on. So that will have a whole separate load of lists, including notes written on the inside of a box of materials, other little notes. Then the idea of a new poem, and that has loads of, as I mentioned, loads of post-it notes and little notes everywhere, scribbled at traffic lights or whatever, everywhere. And obviously this, and Witch Club, which I will come back to in a minute. Poetry collection in a more formal kind of way, or attending classes. T-shirts. Last year, or for this year, I had an idea of 9 different T-shirts, and I think I've got 4 left to do, and they're just hand painted, just for me. Just again on the way to work, listen to music, at the traffic lights, just coming up with ideas of slogans. Well, they just came into my mind. I didn't intend to do it. And then paper making little bowls and making haiku to go with the little bowls. And I've got a long spoken word piece that I'm going to collaborate with some people, adding some music to. So some of them are kind of on the back burner, some of them are very present. But that's kind of how I organise myself. And that is just by way of a kind of getting to know me kind of thing. I wanted to go back to getting up, wash the floor, get out of the house. So I go to work Monday to Thursday. Sometimes I'm at home, sometimes I'm out. I don't have difficulty getting out and doing things. But when it's my day off, I can sometimes get almost a bit paralysed about getting out. And maybe things have been a bit harder lately. So I thought about it and I thought, yeah, getting up and washing floors, it's kind of like that opposite action or act opposite, which is a DBT, dialectical behaviour therapy, invented by Marsha Linehan or Linehan. I'm not sure, ever sure how you pronounce her name. And if anyone is at all interested, there's a great site called DBT Self Help Skills. There's also a show called The Newsreader that actually shows those skills live, which is just so inspirational. And yeah, so what else happened? So I came back home and thought about the videos, checked them for like suitability and if have I said anything that I don't want to put out. And as I came in, I had my phone doesn't doesn't make a noise when a text comes through, which I haven't been able to fix, which I find a bit annoying. I often have the ringer off, but it'd be nice to have a text alert. So I had a text from somebody who probably wants some help with something, and it just kind of reminded me, I guess, that it's not somebody I know very well. It reminded me that sometimes I can kind of overpromise, not on purpose, but because I'm enthusiastic and I'm trying to help somebody, sometimes that can overpromise, and then I can maybe feel as if I've got a bit too much on. So yeah, that's a thing that happens with me. And so yeah, something to work on. A couple of more things about me. So yeah, I live in a terraced house with my husband. We've got, I should say, because I was going to speak about work. So yeah, I guess I've got about another 12 years of work, and we've got about 11 years of a mortgage. So we're kind of okay. And yeah, I guess we're kind of okay. Yeah. And yeah, sunglasses. I'm at home now. I'm up in our bedroom and facing the lightest window. I was going to do it out the back door, but I put the washing machine on, and so it's too noisy. And yeah, I'm obsessed with sunglasses. I wear them all year round. I have a whole multitude of broken ones because, yeah, I don't know. People say it's because I buy cheap ones, or is it just because I sit on them and I'm careless? But who knows? So I've currently used up all my sunglasses, and I am wearing, obviously this refers to the last video. Currently wearing my husband's kind of fake aviator type style glasses. But then when I put them on my head, always my hair gets caught in them, so it's not very suitable for me. He's got short hair, so much more suitable. So yeah, that's something that I cover. I'm going to go and buy myself a couple of pairs of sunglasses soon. It will be just like cheap ones as per usual. But yes, alongside hand cream, lip balm and sunglasses, I guess they're some kind of obsessions. Oh yeah, and lists. So I'm just going to say a note about Witch Club. It's loosely called Witch Club as sort of a nickname. It's really a group of women, me and 3 others, and yeah, we kind of explore stuff. We do meditation, and we do explore different aspects, and we talk about lucid dreaming, and we kind of talk a bit about magic. We aren't wedded to one particular thing, and I would say that the primary thing about it, or the most important thing that I feel about it, is our connection as people and our support to each other, and that kind of foundation of being able to explore things. I have got a new magic workbook that my husband had back in the 80s. Not that actual copy, but he had that book. And so he bought it for me again. He bought it again for me recently, and it's sitting on my kind of table / altar at the moment, just sort of waiting for a moment. Sort of explored it a lot. I wanted him to really check it was kind of okay. It's not like anything scary or difficult, because I'm very, positive and careful about all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, and it seemed good for me. And so at some point I'm gonna explore that a little bit more, because I feel that I've got more to go in that direction, and maybe I've got more to go in lots of different directions, but certainly more to go in that direction. And I could go further with things like lucid dreaming and the subconscious, and but I tend to get scared easily, and when I'm dreaming I'll get scared, and I'll worry that I'm gonna teleport into the wreck of the Titanic, for example, which is like my worst phobia. And rather than, and then I think I spoke about it with my husband, and we thought, he said, and I agree, that I like this perspective, that it's like your unconscious is your friend. There's nothing to fear. It's just that you're aware that there is something there to go to. Maybe there's a message or something, but your brain makes up all these things to be afraid of, and that kind of blocks you going on that journey. So it's not literally like the Titanic. It's like, that's more like, I'm afraid, so I'll be flying around in my dream, and then I'll go over some water, and then I'll think, oh, I can just go boom boom here and there, but oh, well, what if I go somewhere else? So it's kind of fear holding me back, which is probably what a lot of a lot of things, yeah, probably what's been the case for a lot of things, and quite a bit of that has been healed recently in terms of spreading my wings with like writing, with creative practice, and yeah, I wasn't really going to talk about where I live, but I live, I mean, it showed that I was by the sea earlier, or in last video. I live in what could be described as a sort of deprived seaside town. To me, it's the absolute centre of the universe, and just full of creation, creative people, welcoming people. It's not cliquey, it's just so real, and yeah, I absolutely love it. And yeah, tonight I'm going to something where I'm going to bring some art, and yeah, I've been made some collage for it, and yeah, doing lots of different things. I suppose I'm primarily a writer, but I've also got really into kind of, I don't know, production, but just in a really amateurish way, helping people to feel confident and be enthusiastic and do fun stuff together, make bunting, make bracelets, decorate a space, encourage others has been a great joy. Perform myself, which I kind of enjoy. I can't sing at all. I do spoken word things, and yeah, making collage, making art, and making paper mache bowls, and yeah, screaming. There's been a quote recently from Florence, and yeah, I stopped meditating and started screaming. I just love that so much, and I did a scream as part of something, and it was just amazing. And then I did another bit of a scream as part of something else, just kind of screaming some words at the end of something. And yeah, there was really something in that. And yeah, maybe we'll just leave it there for today. And I feel like that's another introduction. And maybe another time I'll do different topics. I have got all these ideas, but in the end, it will just be whatever's kind of on top. Maybe whatever I've been listening to, thinking about, reading about, doing that day. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Okay, see you next time. Bye.